What's up, everybody? Gonna do a little renew video for Horde Priest. This could work for Alliance as well, but Prayer of Healing is pretty strong. For the Horde side on Sapphiron, this is just what I'm doing the video on. Renew has a lot of great applications, but for Sapphiron in particular, I like to have two priests who run Renew on the entire raid. So what we do is split the raid into two groups. The odd groups go to the left of Sapphiron, and the even groups go towards the right in sort of a U-shaped. So we'll have one priest who exclusively casts Renew on the odd groups, one priest, which is myself in this video, who casts Renew on the even groups. The other three priests, so for the Horde side, priests are primarily tank healers. So the other three priests in this situation are exclusively going to be healing our main tank. We do a bit of frost resistance gear for the tank healers, especially. They're mostly spamming flash heals and some greater heals. So they're sitting around 100 frost resist. For the Renew priests, you can definitely use less. You just have to be a bit more conscious about keeping a shield and or Renew on yourself throughout the fight. Since this is mostly about Renews, we're just going to get kind of right into it. I'll talk about some Sapphiron tech as we go, but we're pre-popping greater frost resistance and greater shadow protection here. The curse that goes out is shadow damage. We have pretty good decurses, so those disappear pretty quickly, but it helps to mitigate some of the damage, and the frost protection potion off the rip is nice, as well as the juju chill, just for some extra frost resist. As we go out, priests are pre-shielding everybody we can. I like to keep the mages up, in particular, since the decurses are so important here. So basically, I'm just getting as many pre-shields out and then drinking to full when I can. I'm going to help out with main tank healing off the rip, make sure I get inspiration on him. Also, since I have tier 3 gear, I get the greater heal, additional shield, which is about 500 extra absorb. The gear set is pretty nice as well. You get 12% less mana for Renew, so it's helpful in this situation. So basically, after I get the tank safe, I hit a pretty big crit, so I just faded just in case. Once we get the tank gear stabilized, I just start running Renews on all the even groups here. I see the main tank take a bit more damage off the rip than he should. Everybody has frost pots at the beginning, so I have a bit of time. So right now I'm running rank 5 Renews across the entire raid. I'll bump it up to rank 10 once we start taking a bit more damage. But you see with rank 5, it really only uses about 2% of my mana every time I use it. So you can almost continuously cast this as long as you're on top of everything. So I run it across everybody. Obviously, when somebody gets hit by a blizzard, you need to top them up a bit more. So I'll cast them a bigger rank, Renew on them, and then drop a flash heal. Once the first air phase goes up, you want to spread out a little bit more than this. I usually try to bubble myself in the air phase just in case you take some damage from the frost blast. So I'm watching to see when there's 4 ice bolts that go out and make sure I can get behind one of these in time. Once you're back here, just top everybody up who's in your vicinity.
3, 2, 1.
Crit Bear, can you innervate clearly?
5 seconds.
I call for an innervate. Normally we have a resto druid. He was off tonight, so I had our druid tank hit me with an innervate. I think having an innervate for both Renew priests on this fight is very good. Now everybody's starting to take a bit more damage, so when I see him dip below like 50%, I'll cast a max rank Renew on them, which is going to do, yeah, it's doing about 500 plus damage per tick, or healing per tick, so that is more than enough to compensate for the damage that Sapphiron's putting out. So just making sure Renews are kept up on all of these people here. We're gonna have to go to a second air phase, unfortunately.
5 seconds.
Oftentimes we'll down it in before the second air phase, but we take a second one here. Luckily I'm pretty good on mana. Since you pre-pot with Greater Frost, you can just use a mana pot in the fight. I probably used it a little too late in this one.
Yes.
Air phase.
Again, defensive stance
Survive.
to your positions.
Towards the entrance.
around,
Don't
we're
go
good.
towards KT. Do not go towards KT. Watch the blizzard.
1.
Red and yards, that's one.
Gonna be about 10 yards from everybody, so you don't take damage from the Frost Blast. They were a little close together, so all 3 of them got hit.
3 are heading towards something.
There's the fourth one, so I'm going to look for one to stand behind.
Be that in that inner circle.
5. Frost
Okay,
bomb.
behind.
5. Hide. 4.
I see the main tank here is pretty low, so I'm already getting ready to hit him with a shield. He gets NS, luckily,
Falling here. Keep
but I get him with a shield as well.
Seconds. Now that wish. Do not break.
You really want to finish this fight. You want to use up as much mana as possible because you want to be max ranking towards the end of the fight when you can. So just keeping up the renews. Most people are in a pretty decent spot. I'm getting low on mana. At this point, I just want to make sure the main tank stays alive. So I'm casting some low mana heals, so just regular heals here.
Dead wish.
Curse.
Inner focus a bubble on myself to make sure I wasn't taking more damage so I can keep healing.
Watch the
Open a few more
blizzard.
renews out.
Good. Out of the blizzard.
So we'll take it. No deaths. It was a little slow for us, but the renews helped. You can see,
Good job,
I mean,
Sorry.
I did 883 healing per second, which is pretty fucking wild. We have some pumpers on the healing side too. So the other Renew Priest did 592, which was pretty good. But
Here, everyone, as soon as you
this is the first week with ATS as well, so everybody in my group got a little bonus.
have,
But yeah, pumping renews. Healers can swap.